Hello, YouTube. How everyone doing? I hope y'all doing wonderful. This story is on Courtney Clenny. She's 26 years old. Well, she's a little older now, but at a young age, she basically did dance, movies, and I believe piano. Very active child. Her parents gave her basically the world. Let her be able to do a lot of things that she would want to do. That a lot of kids don't even have that advantage. But I'm guessing that's probably when she became a spoiled brat. Because her parents spoiled her like no tomorrow. I say that because if you actually listen to one of the recordings, which I actually have it, the way she acted like a spoiled brat that cannot get her way. So she throws a fit and rolls around and screams and yells. Now, when kids are spoiled brats and they're younger, they usually stomp up and down and then throw themselves to the ground and roll around and scream like they're dying. But as you can tell, this person right here is just like that. And you can see all the pictures she posts and stuff like that because she was a social media guru, I guess, if that's what you want to call her. She did fitness videos, she did other videos on sports drinks. They're supposed to be good for athletes. And then she met this guy named Christian. And that's when the candles took everything back. Why I say that? It's because of the simple fact that she's a evil, vindictive person. She couldn't get her way, so because obviously he was raised right where he didn't hit her. The reason why I say that, if you look back at the video of the elevator, he was pushing her away, not putting his hands on her, putting his hands up so when she tried to hit him, that it was basically blocking. He's running around, she's pulling his hair, she's shoving him, she's hitting him anywhere she can hit him. Another video is floating around the internet, her talking about she wants to get there first because if he get there first, he's gonna get to say all the things he wants to say. So that was like, I think, a while before. Well, who can say is that when all this stuff actually came out? But anyways, I think that recording of her yelling about her phone was the night, the time when she had killed him. It's my opinion. Fair use. I wouldn't say it's a tension moment. It's just a moment of the copyright thing. Fair use. I wouldn't call it a teaching moment. I would call it a common sense teaching moment. Because the simple fact, this woman is crazy. What killed me about it was in the interview where they was talking to her as to what went down and stuff like that. Talking about she threw a damn knife 10 feet away. And it hit him in the chest, which severed a vein close by his heart. And it was like, they trying to figure out, I seen one user who was talking about, did he pull it out? No. Most likely he did not pull the knife out. Most likely she pulled the knife out and then tried to make it like he did it, obviously. So, and that most of that, what's named, the interview can't really hear anything. And also, Right after interviewing, they asked her a couple of questions, and it is wrote it off as self-defense. Uh, you arrive on a crime scene, and there's a man laying there. This woman sitting there, just about naked, kind of got a lot of blood on her. Don't have any marks. Don't have no marks at all. And then you tell me that you seen that it was self defense. You wrote it off as self defense. He had a knife stuck in his heart, 3 meters down. So she had to be on, my opinion, she had to be on top of him and stabbed him in the heart. And that's probably when after she did that, she put it out to make sure he died this time. And I think that's the main reason that sorry, that she called the cops. Well, she didn't call the cops. The hotel called the cops. They saying that he was the one was hitting her or whatever. But if you look at the elevator thing, as you see it, you would think that he's hitting her in that if you're looking at it from a certain angle. But as you can see, just like in the elevator, he was trying to get her away from it because when she get in her little mood and act like a spoiled brat, she starts to fight on him. He might have been in love with her, but she sure the hell was not in love with him because if she was, she wouldn't have done all that to him. She also was in a music video called Me, Myself, and I, but I have never even heard of that song. She also played in 2 movies, Everybody Wants Some and Boyhood. I never heard of them. Probably seen on Netflix, but I didn't really look at them. But you know who she remind me of so badly? She remind me of AKA Emma Heard, AKA Mrs. Turd, AKA Mrs. Hanky. Because if you listen to it and you watch all the everything everyone's discussing, like for instance, her own friends said that she was the aggressor. Also, if you look at that, her own friend said she was the aggressive one. She was the one who was hitting him. Basically, that's what they were saying. Didn't believe that he tried to hurt her in any kind of way. And that says a lot. And that was her friends, not his friends, her friends. Ain't that crazy? So back in Las Vegas, uh, July 27th, 2021, she got arrested for domestic violence. She threw a glass at him, and this was another hotel room. So this is another one of stating basically she was the one was trying to hit him. She threw a glass at him. Obviously they had injuries and he was crying for the cops not to arrest her. Ain't that crazy? He was defending her while she don't defend him. It's crazy. But he was aggressive. But no. As you can see from the paperwork, all the majority of the paperwork on the domestic violence in their relationship always been her. The main reason they went to Vegas was to have fun. That's what Christian said. And then old girl had other plans because she wanted to cut the food. Now, not long after that, October 2021, same year, they get into another domestic violence where Cuckoo, Courtney Cuckoo, decides to stab Christian in the leg. Now, she done threw a glass at him. She done stabbed him in the leg. And I think it's one other one. Now, all this is leading up to she decides to stab him again. But this time he didn't make it. And I kind of wonder what kind of judges or what kind of lawyers and what kind of cops arrested her, because they need to be arrested. Because she did all that and she didn't go to jail or anything. I need to check and see his arrest record. But you know they hide that shit. You got most likely pay some money for that. That's how everybody else get all this stuff on YouTube. I know. They even talk about it. So, with that being said, there's two incidents that she was. Yeah, the text message between them two. It was like, I'm going to read a little bit of it and I'm going to post it. The crazy thing about all of this is that yesterday, when you stabbed me in the leg, you seen how bad I was hurting, and you said that I wish I can take the pain away. I wish that it was my leg, not yours. Yada yada yada. And then in the bottom it says, for stabbing me, Christian, no. And then it was like, I just sucked it up and hope tomorrow will be a better day. That's what his thought pattern was. She's being mean today. She's been a sport back today, but tomorrow will be a better day. I'm guessing that is what I'm guessing that is what how he feel about her, how whatever she did to him that he would always forgive her. She would continue to do the same thing over and over. She'd switch it up, she'd change it up, do worse things to him. Now before she was just throwing glasses at him and smacking him and hitting him upside the head, and then she regressed from that. She decided to go harder with it and started to stab him in the leg. And then at last, the last thing, that didn't work because he didn't. I guess he didn't listen to her and obey her like she wanted or whatever the case may be. Then I believe she actually tried to stab him in the heart, but she got him close by the heart, which severed an artery. So you might well still say that she stabbed him in the heart. He goes on to talk about how he woke, but I still woke up happy. And I gave you a good day, even though my leg was hurting. And that was text message between them two. Okay, the next day they had got into another altercation where she was the aggressor once again. Now, he said that he had to sleep in the bathroom for 2 hours because you wouldn't open the door, and he got a lump. He said he had a lump on his head and that he was throwing up. Now, she texts him back 5 minutes later and tells him, I'm sorry for hitting you in the back of the head and hitting you in the face and spitting on you, but sometimes you just make me mad as fuck at you. Basically, upset, pissed off, whatever the case may be. Now, that was another altercation right after the other altercation. You see? Who's the aggressor? She is. Also, in that note, if you can see it, because it's like blurry, and plus the regular one I took it from was just as blurry. It looked like it said something about, he said something about doing blow with her. Is that why she's so aggressive? Because she always sniffing stuff up on the nose? Now, it was another altercation on January 30th, 2022. He was having a conversation. He was watching, I guess, football at a sports drink place or whatever. And she texted him and she said, I'm guessing they was talking about buying some drugs. She was talking about buying some drugs. And he said yes. And she said that yes was not necessary. That's what Courtney said. So it was no more text messages. And then the next text message she sent him was, I hope you learn. Hold on. Let me look at that. This is the next altercation. I believe it was in January the 30th, 2022. And they had a conversation on the phone. He was at a sports, I guess, a sports place.
Heather, today Florida authorities detailed more about this violent and toxic relationship. Clenny's attorney says that she acted in self-defense when she killed her boyfriend, but today Florida investigators say that Clenny was the aggressor. Surveillance video released Thursday shows Miami OnlyFans and Instagram model Courtney Clenny yelling at and repeatedly hitting her boyfriend, 27-year-old Plano native Christian Obumseli, weeks before investigators say she stabbed him to death.
Evidence gathered during the investigation of Christian's death showed that since November of 2020, he and the defendant, Clenny, had been involved in an extremely tempestuous and combative relationship.
It ended April 3rd with a 911 call.
Christian can be heard in the background repeatedly saying that he was dying and he was losing feeling in his arm. Defendant Clenny is also heard saying, "I'm so sorry, baby."
And now 26-year-old Clenny, with more than 2 million Instagram followers, faces a second-degree murder charge. Thursday, Miami-Dade State Attorney Catherine Fernandez Rundle and Miami police detailed what investigators call a challenging cross-country investigation.
At this time, all the necessary steps are being taken as we speak for her return to Miami to be held accountable for this murder.
Clenny was taken into custody by U.S. Marshals in Hawaii on Wednesday. Her attorney says she was getting treatment for PTSD and substance abuse there. Her attorney also claimed she was innocent and acting in self-defense. Police say that's what she told them on April 3rd when she was detained for questioning. This is video obtained by TMZ from April 3rd showing Clenny handcuffed near her balcony, covered in blood, surrounded by responding officers. She was eventually let go, but detectives say her story didn't add up.
Defendant Clenny admitted to having caused Christian's injury, also provided several inconsistent accounts about the incident itself.
Police found no injuries on her body to corroborate her self-defense story, and they say she even admitted the stabbing wasn't justified. But an arrest warrant wasn't signed until August 4th. By then, Clenny was out of state.
Sometimes you only get one shot at it, and you want to get it right, because we want to make sure that we do everything right by the book to ensure the family gets the justice they deserve.
For months, Obumseli's family continued to push for Clenny's arrest. Obumseli's brother and cousin from Texas stood next to their family attorney Thursday, a day they say they've been waiting for.
This is such a relief for the family, but it gives.
Well, I'm trying to understand the history of the violence between domestic violence that was going between them two. She was the aggressive and everything, and I'm sure they had to know about that. So, with that being said, when she claimed self defense, why did they let her leave after she stabbed him in the heart, by the heart? Why did they let her leave? And I believe she probably hit him in it for him to be throwing up.
I was walking towards there, and then I just said, you know, enough is enough. Police need to be called. She said she don't want police to be called. But when it's in a common area and something happened like that, my safety is the residents first.
I stayed in my apartment all day. I didn't take my dogs out for like 8 hours because I was afraid that when I came in here, I was going to beat out. So when I did come down, I walked my dogs, and he was told me he wouldn't leave me alone. I said, he's just walking my dogs.
Does he have any property in your apartment?
He has so much. Can I, with respect, can I please? I just like, I just feel like I'm not being heard.
What else do you
I
do?
was told I was going to get a chance to speak.
Go ahead, Courtney. What's going on?
Are you going to listen?
Go ahead, listen. Go ahead. Say something wrong. All right. So what do you What do you want to say?
I want to be like, I want to be like exonerated, I guess, of like anything wrong. And I want him, okay, the police are here. I want a restraining order against Christian Gonzalez. Because, no, I'm serious. Can I do that? Where can I go to court? Okay, but how can I make myself first? Because I know him and he would do it. How can I make myself first? You gotta get opportunities. I know. And I did not. So when he's following me around this dog park, I said, there is no, your time is up. But that's it. And then all of a sudden, like he followed me down later, and I said, don't follow me.
Now, this is what type of recordings he was recording of when she would come into the and start with her craziness, sport bratness.
Don't touch me! What is going on? Like, what are you gonna get this mad at me when I'm apologizing to you?
No, Christian.
Like, you thinking I'm doing it on
Drop your high pitch.
Okay, I'm not doing it on purpose.
You're so sorry. The right thing to do is to tell me.
Yes, and I am so sorry.
Just shut up and let me. You dumb. Give me my phone.
You have your phone.
I don't have it anymore. Find it and
What?
find it and charge it.
I'm sorry, Corey.
I don't care. Find it and charge it.
Okay, just stop.
Don't talk to me.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man. Because I'm telling you, I'm sorry.
It is my phone. Find my.
I don't know where your phone is.
Find it.
Can you help me find it?
I want.
So what?
Find it.
Man. Not man, but what?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Man. Yeah, it's a little man. I need to find it because I have to go meet Arma again.
Just to go out?
No.
You said she's right here.
Christian, just phone my goddamn phone.
I don't have your phone. Just can you just please?
Shut up.
Please.
Shut up. You want to go.
I didn't go to go.
Yes, you did. You go over there.
Corey, I was
You
home.
literally told me about it now.
What are you doing?
Yes, son.
I didn't go to talk to Aura.
Now, this is the 911 call that she stabbed him in the shoulder. Yeah, right. She stabbed him in the shoulder, all right.
Operator, don't reach the severe emergency.
You can hear him in the background talking.
Ma'am, listen to me. You need to stop screaming on the line and give me the address. Ma'am, listen to me. You need to stop screaming on the line and give me the address.
I can't feel my arm.
3101.
I can't feel my arm.
Ma'am. My boyfriend is dying of that. Ma'am, what is the address? What's that? What's the address? 3130 Northwest, Northeast 7 Town. Please, God, please, come to my house. When I'm back on the district. Ma'am, is this a house apartment or a business? I went to 745 Is this a house apartment or a business? Baby, I'm so sorry. Ma'am, can you hear me? What do you mean he has a stab wound on his shoulder now? Yeah, he's bleeding from his shoulder. Rescue the CPD physician to call it. Ma'am, hold on one moment. The call advice you have is 3131 Northeast 7 Avenue, 31 Northeast 7 Avenue. The phone number is verified. The call advice of that her boyfriend has a stab wound. Okay, is this a house, apartment, or a business? This is what God, Jesus. Please, God, I'm sending help. I need you to tell me exactly what happened. Ma'am, how is he? Is he awake? Hello? Hello?
However,
Basically, the argument was of him speaking to her friend while she was live streaming a video. Then, after she stabbed him, she called her mother and talked to her for over 6 minutes. Then she called 911 at 4:57. She talked to her mom. Like, she called her again at 4:49 and 4:43. 4:43 and 4:49. She called her mother. He got back to the apartment at 4:33. 4:33. He got back to the apartment. 4:40. No. 4:33. He got back to the apartment. 4:43. She called her mother. And then at 4:57, she called 911. You know, I had several homeboys about like him, this Christian guy, where the female was the aggressor and she, where the female was the aggressive and he wasn't, because he was brought up not to hit women, and but the girlfriends he attracted was ones that wanted to fight. Because most likely women like that, I feel that it's probably they was in relationships that where that's where they got confused, where they think that's love when a man beat up on them. So, and I'm guessing, is my opinion, that she was mad at him because he wouldn't fight her. That's what I think this is. He wouldn't fight her. He would only throw up defense moves to keep her from hurting him. And she would keep attacking because he would not attack. He would not hit her back. So she would keep attacking him until she gets tired. My homeboys that I knew that asked me advice because I'm a woman, that I just told them, hey, I think y'all should split up because it's a simple fact. Y'all keep on arguing, y'all keep on physical fighting. So therefore, she keep on physical fighting you. So therefore, you need to leave her because if you don't, it can get worse. What if she wait till you go to sleep? You know, so all of them alive. They left the girlfriends that was just like violence all the time. So therefore, they made the right decision, which they really cared about the females that was ratchet, hateful, vindictive, just wanted to fight, just wanted to hurt someone, and so they hurt the person that was there. So did the person they're mad at. I think I explained her personality just fine. Which she could have done better. She could have got off the drugs. She could have. She should have got off the drugs before she started stabbing. She could have got off the drugs, straightened her life out, because the path her parents wanted her into. She was in 2 movies so far, well, I only seen, and she was in a music video, and so she kind of had a lot more going for her than. And she was a I think she TikTok. No, she was an Instagram model, and she still was messing up. Her parents had gave her a whole bunch of advantages that most people did not have. Instead, she got blood on her face. This woman is just crazy. I don't even think therapy will help her, because if she cannot get over the fact of the anger she have, and the drugs, and the violent tendencies of thinking that's love, it's crazy. That's why I say abused, broken, damaged people grow up. Well,